Oh yes, legends, we are live. Let me know if you can hear me. If you can see me, we're going to be analyzing the price of Bitcoin. As you can see, we have a blank chart. We only have the price action, the candlesticks. We're going to map the situation to see what is the next move. Is the top in? It does look very choppy. Are we ready to roll over from this point? Or are we going to get another leg to the upside? Very interesting liquidity that there is still above $84,500, 85K basically. Can the price manage to get all the way up there? Now, we did have yesterday this very confusing price action, right? We did kind of create that swing failure pattern. We did get the movement down. However, one of the less probability scenarios did kind of play out here, looking at this as an ABC flat. And this was because of this three-wave structure. There was one scenario of bouncing very successfully from this pivot. And this is something that we mentioned on yesterday's stream. Hey, what if we do form a kind of an ABC flat? Just because we've moved up in a three-wave structure, we come down, sweep up the lows below $81,500, and then get the movement up. Of course, this movement did not quite break the highs, but overall, we did move to the upside. This was the bouncing possibility. Based on the three-wave structure, I missed out in shorting this exact level because of the three-wave structure. This was one scenario that I was like, yeah, you know, maybe we could actually form an ABC flat. I am considering that ABC flat for today's analysis, guys, and make sure to stay tuned because, yeah, is this the top? This is the classic moment where, okay, guys, we are losing steam. It is just about to roll over back down to the lows, right? We're going to talk about some levels. Very interesting scenarios that I want to talk about here throughout this live stream. And make sure to stay tuned right away because there are some, 3-4 scenarios. It doesn't matter which one plays out, okay? Because the levels that I want to trade, they are there, right? I had a trade, this was a long opportunity. This ABC scenario that played out yesterday, not this one, we're also looking at this possibly is the case, right? Where we finished an ABC move here to the upside. But this one right over here as an ABC flat, right? This was a scenario that we mentioned yesterday. Hey, what if, as we've moved up in a three-wave structure, which is corrective, we come down, sweep up the lows, and then get a pretty decent bounce? Now, when we do take a look at the movement down, we hit to perfection the 1.618 extension for an expanding flat, taking here the highs that we formed on Wednesday to the lows here of Wednesday, to these highs right over here, the 1.618 extension, which is your target zone for an expanding flat, was perfectly touched with the golden pocket. Now, I didn't short the market yesterday on that movement, okay, on this swing failure pattern. Of course, I would have taken profits down here on this reaction. I did manage to jump into this long position right over here, purely based on the analysis mentioned yesterday. So managed to squeeze a little long position from that level. Also in a short position right now, we just got some news, but this was a shorting scenario that was mentioned today in the Legends trading community. So you get the deal. We are shorting, we are longing, we are looking. We've had a major wick right now because we've had some news, but this was the level of interest. I'll explain all of the different scenarios. Hey, why did you long here? Well, you know why. It was purely based on this scenario that was mentioned yesterday. Very low probability in my opinion. I was like, yeah, maybe it could be an ABC flat, and then we do get a pretty decent bounce, giving you the entry point here at the 1.618 extension and the golden pocket from this pivot low. So we did bounce, right? That was a good reaction zone. Why shorting from here? Why do we want to be cautious with this short position and, really consider taking some profits on the way down? Because, hey, there could be a higher low formation here, and then we rally and get above $85,000. This is what I am looking at the moment, and we're probably coming down to some very interesting levels in the next coming minutes. So you want to stay tuned because I'm actually interested in a long position here, and you might think, you are absolutely out of your mind, right? This is rolling over. This does look quite bearish. We are downtrending. My goodness, this dude right over here is like trying to long into some specific levels, right? When we are downtrending. Hey, we are day traders. We try and scratch dollars off the market every single day, either shorts or longs. I like to short and long, whether we're in an uptrend or a downtrend. And there's an explanation on every single trading setup, right? There's one that long here, which was the ABC flat, sniper long, taking the profits. That's it. We end this short position right now. Are we getting a bit of a swing failure pattern? I'm considering closing this position, or at least being quite defensive with this position. Could we be forming a lower high right there and then roll down? I want to talk about this, guys. This is what we do. We long and short every day if we can, right? Even though we are basically downtrending on the higher time frame, right? There's no doubt about it. Hey, we are in a downtrending market. This is the bear market. Who cares? We are here to trade and make money every single day if we can, right? Trying to detect those specific trading setups. And that's what we do. Will the price roll over from here? Do we have a chance in having a spike to the upside? I'm really considering this scenario right now because we are getting a little bit of a reaction here at this low, okay? We are getting a bit of a reaction at the lows right over here. However, I do think that we could be going to slightly lower levels. I mean, if this bounce does come all the way up to this zone over here, could we form a lower high? Yeah, we swing failure pattern from that low. This is going to be looking very interesting. Let me know if you can hear me, guys, or if you can see me, because we could get a bounce, hit the golden pocket 7-8, and then roll back down. We're going to be analyzing this, okay? I'm really focused on the lower time frame, guys. As you know, that's what we like to do, right? We focus on lower time frame to see many different scenarios. I don't know which one's going to play out. What I do know is the specific levels that are interesting for a short or a long position. It doesn't really matter, right? I don't know yesterday what the heck is going to happen. I missed out on this short position because I wanted to see a 5-wave move. I'm going to get into the local double top. That's what I want. We did not get that. But as we move down, I am ready for a possible long position based on the ABC flat, right? What we talk about is what we trade, guys. The levels, depending on the reaction, is what we trade. So let me know if you can hear me, guys. Smash up the like button because we do have a good one, guys. If you want to know the local price action and what is the possible next move, maybe there's no better place to be, right? Because I know every single crypto technical analyst out there on YouTube, guys. And this is special. We talk about the lower time frame possible levels and setups that could happen today or tomorrow at the latest. So make sure to stay tuned for that and smash up the like button because this is what I love to do. I analyze Bitcoin every single day for the last 7 years, actually slightly over 7 years right now. Anyway, let's go right away through the comment section and say hello to the beautiful community. Let me know if you can hear me, guys. I hope so. I hope that you can hear me. We got the music on, everything cool. We're going to quickly go through the comment sections and analyze this local price action, legends, because it's going to be looking very interesting. The reason of this wick to the upside, I don't really like trading the news, but of course the levels are the levels, okay? The levels are the levels. I am really concerned of the price action doing this, guys. I'm really concerned of the price action getting a possible reversal to sweep up the highs of yesterday, okay? This is a very, very high possibility, and I'm going to explain why here in this live stream, okay? So let's first of all go through the comment section. Good afternoon, guys. How is everybody doing? Let's go. BingX25, how are you, my man? Good morning, 47th Monk. Hello. AE, how's it going? Love the analysis. Thank you very much, my man. Can we do TA without deep Elliott wave like the olden days? Very true. Yeah, we can. We can take a look at the confluence levels, okay, and keep Elliott wave a little bit to the side. But Elliott wave is so powerful, guys. It just really gives you the projection combined with Fibonacci. It's just like the perfect projection moves, right? So yeah, we can keep Elliott wave a little bit on the side, but it's just so important, guys. I know it's very complex to understand, but this is why you're here to learn as well, right? Why do we form this wave? Why did we form that wave? Why did we bounce here? Well, it's all on the chart, and Elliott wave is so powerful. Not many people do use Elliott wave theory, and it gives you perfect spots to trigger a possible long or a short position, right? All of this, right? This actually got the bounce. We didn't break out. This is still a possibility. that we do have a double 1-2 scenario here. And yeah, maybe it is true that we do break out very explosively. We need to check the major levels of support and resistance, of course, the confluence areas, all right? Let me go quickly through the comment section, okay? Andy the Goat, thank you very much, my man, very far away. Are we going live today? Yes, sir. Hey, everyone, is he always late? A few minutes, my man, a few minutes. My bad, okay? Right, let's go. Is it a falling wedge on the 1 hourly time frame? Right, we can take a look at that. Hey, hit the like button. Yes, sir. Hit the like, guys, because I've got a golden one for you today, okay? It's a golden one that's going to give you many levels and many different scenarios that we can be looking at to trade, okay? So I need that like button to get absolutely destroyed. Look at this. We got Donald Trump right over here watching the stream. Guys, smash it up, guys. It really does take 2 seconds of your time to scroll down and smash up the like button, okay? Because we got some important scenarios and levels, and there are, you know, a lot of different ones. There are a lot of different ones, okay? Right. This looks very interesting. I do think that the price is going to manage to move down from here, form a lower high, and I think we are going to go to lower levels, okay? Maybe I'm being a little bit too defensive with that stop loss from this swing failure pattern of the highs. Now, there is a, you know, let's just keep it traditional here. Session volume profile yesterday, previous day value levels, very important. We managed to open today kind of inside of the value area high from yesterday and the point of control. We tried to snap out of it. We got back inside. We are inside previous day value levels again today after trying to leave previous day value zone. One thing that is very common, if you get back inside previous day value levels, you have a high chance to get to the previous day value area low. Break it or not, I do not know. But this is very common to see, right? If you open the next day when you get the session volume profile, mainly try and use high volume, exchanges such as Coinbase, Binance, Bybit, right? And it gives you a range where the highest volume has been traded. We can see a high volume right over here, okay? My point of control on Bybit, it's here, right? But on many other exchanges, maybe on Binance, you have it right there. There's 2 high volume nodes, right? You can see how the previous day point of control is acting as support. 𝗕𝗏𝘆 actually got into a long position. He was, he's doing a challenge right now. I did mention this long position as well throughout a YouTube live stream that he did earlier today. So we're bouncing from that level. What we're struggling right now is that we are rejecting. In my case, I got the point of control here. You could arguably discuss that you have 2 previous day point of controls, right? Sometimes some people say, hey, my point of control is here from yesterday. Mine is one right over here. Just take into consideration the both of the high volume nodes that you have from yesterday. So I like both of them. Yeah, these are good. This is good and this is good. They are support and resistance possible levels. What is happening today? We are bouncing from it and we're also rejecting from it, right? We had an attempt right now. The main reason of this wick, we did have some news today coming out, which was PPI. Okay, 0%. We got a bit of a spike to the upside coming back down. Okay, we could not trust the news events yesterday. The inflation was getting a pump because it is good. Inflation is lower than expected. So that pump created the swing failure pattern, right? Based on the news yesterday. So we got this spike on the news. I triggered this short because I have some analysis here that does point out that we could be getting a little bit of a leg down here. Okay, at least to the value area low. This is my level of interest, and I do think that we can get down there. This is a zone that I will be paying close attention to get into a long position. You might think, hey, we swing failure pattern from the low. This is the long, right? Why can't we long this swing failure pattern? Well, it has to do on how we develop this price action right over here. This does look like an unfinished move to the downside. And I think that we could go to ever so slightly levels, okay? We'll be talking about that right away as we go through here. So, yeah. Keeping it simple, guys. Previous day value level, session volume profile, SVP on indicators right over here, guys. Very powerful tool. This is one of the only kind of indicators that I use, apart from obviously, Fibonacci, Elliott wave theory, right? Naked pointing controls, daily, weekly levels, not much further than that, because it is all on the price action, right? It's all on the price action. The less indicators you use, the less noise you're going to get on the chart. This is why I always start with a blank chart and just build up with it here on the stream, right? From scratch. Session volume profile. VWAP, sometimes, I take it into consideration as TP zones or resistance levels to add as confluence, just the volume weighted average price. One of the only indicators that I use. And session volume profile. Okay, another one that I use right over here. So let's explain a little bit of the structure, okay? To keep it simple, right? Let's put here this as a point of control 2, right? I'm going to put point of control number 2. Let's put previous day point of control number 2, right? Because if you do have two high volume nodes, very similar, okay? Two high volume nodes, very similar to, very similar to each other. Then you can consider you got two previous day point of controls. They're two levels that are strong as resistance or as support. So we'll just have them right there on the chart as well, right? We've got two point of controls from yesterday. Because on some exchanges, you might see, hey, the point of controls are here. Oh, well, on Bybit is here, right? And it is relevant on Bybit or Binance or Coinbase, right? To large exchanges, they are relevant. So let's go right away through, why do I think that the price is going to go slightly lower here? Whew, I don't know where to even start, guys. I do not know where to even start. Bearish case scenario, right? This is the high. Bearish case scenario, this was the high. And what we formed was this very, very complex ABC move where we do have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got the ABC movement right over here. Then we had a 1, 2, 3. And then we had this as your fourth wave and this as your fifth wave. I don't like it too much. Because of this 3-wave move to the upside. It is very disturbing. It is telling me that this high is probably going to be taken. This is why I'm interested in longs. And for the moment, I'm not giving the highest probability to this setup, right? And this is a classic moment where, oh my goodness, it looks bearish. We're rolling down. And then you get support at some level and you get the bounce. And there are several reasons to believe that this area could bounce, okay? I'm talking about the $81,500 range. We're going to be ready in that level, and it's probably going to happen on the live stream. So, this scenario, ABC, right? Aren't we looking at this? Still? We are still looking at this, but, hey, the local price action, right? This is what we've been looking at, okay, throughout the last few days. We're rolling down 3, 4, 5, boom, 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 right? And we're looking for lower. There is a problem. Every time the new price action is developed, we have different possibilities. And this is why I wake up every single morning and I am hours behind the chart, analyzing the local time frame to see what happens, right? Very unlikely you're going to find this anywhere else, guys, because, this is purely dedication and a lot of time behind. And this is why I sniper the trades that I sniper in, because I have the levels ready and, put my money where my mouth is. Okay? These levels are ready in advance based on the analysis. And I'm going to share a few of them today where I would exactly enter a possible trading setup. So we are looking at this scenario, right? However, things have changed. This fourth wave could actually go slightly higher. There is some reasons why, and that is because of the new price action development. All right. I need to understand that, and I need to give you that information. I know, guys, I know it's difficult. I know it's hard. I know it's boring. But this is the moment where you either leave the stream and you go and watch something else, or you pay attention and you succeed with time. You succeed in the future to really analyze the movements like a pro. Because if not, it's like, oh, this is too complicated. Yeah, I'm going to give up, right? I understand that, because this is not easy, right? If technical analysis and trading would be easy, then yeah, everybody would be millionaires, right? Just trading. That is not the case. Most of people lose money because they don't plan. They don't know what the heck's going on. And I execute the exact scenarios, the exact levels, because there's many scenarios that could happen, okay? But there are some exact specific levels based on analysis that is mentioned here that, if we come down here, I'm aware of this swing failure pattern, right? Basically an ABC flat. I was looking at this to be a sign of weakness, but then obviously this is an option, right? I know that the price is going to bounce, and this is definitely an option, and I'm interested in that long position. So, okay, right. We get it. What are the scenarios, right? Explain the scenarios, right? What is most important here, guys, is to explain the different possibilities. Okay, here we go. This is the 15-minute time frame. This is the 15-minute time frame. And I know you might see this as a rolling market, right? This is a sign of weakness. You could arguably discuss we're forming a diamond pattern right over here, and this is going to break down. It's a diamond top pattern, and we're going to roll down. It does look like it. Okay, it does look weak, and it doesn't look like that the price wants to test the highs. But I've seen this before. I have seen this before, and I do understand that we could wick above all of these highs because shorts are going to be piling in right over here. They're going to be piling in, guys, as with the prices rolling down, the shorts are going to start coming in, and we do have an indicator for that. That is the CVD divergence. We are forming already some pretty nice bearish CVD divergence, okay? Bullish CVD divergence, sorry, my bad. On Bybit, right over here, we got higher lows on price action, lower lows. We're getting the people wanting to short. Throughout the rest of exchanges, they are coming in as well. As you can see in the blue, we're still forming some slightly higher lows, okay, on the CVD. Would be nice to get a little bit of more of a confirmation. Get that leg down, get the shorters in the market. Get them in the market so they can be the liquidity for us, right? That's where we want to take that liquidity, this area, yesterday's highs. That's where we're getting out of the market. And we are looking very carefully to get in. So where will we bounce from here? This is not a level that I would long, even though, damn, this is actually support. It is actually support. It is the previous day point of control, depending on what exchange you're looking at. So, damn, could we bounce from here? I mean, we could bounce. It is support. We're forming a local double bottom. I'm going to remain patient, and it all has to do with this move. For me, I do see this move hasn't finished just yet. I want to see a little bit of movement down here to the 81,800, 81,600 maybe. I would love to see that movement down, and also very choppy, realizing that this does look very corrective still, okay, compared to this movement to the upside. So that's the thing. If we bounce from here, I would have to say I missed out on this long. I missed out. I prefer a lower price level and confirmed strong bullish CVDs. Get those higher lows on the price action and massive lower lows on the CVD. And this is going to give me a great risk to reward trade setup, right? I'm literally targeting the highs, and my stop loss is at the low here, okay? Just at the low, approximately even the 0.88, below the 0.88 from the low to the high would be more than enough. I am aware of that scenario happening. Why is that? It all had to do with yesterday's movement to the upside. This changes the map completely. This movement to the upside with the news of inflation changes the map. And an average person would say, okay, man, this is downtrending. Yeah, no doubt that we are downtrending. And this is like a dead relief cap bounce, right? Where it's just going to roll back down to the lows. There's more to it, guys. There's more to it here. So this is what we're going to talk about, okay? I understand that this could be the top. There is a very, very ugly scenario that would say that an ABC has been finished here. You've retraced all the way up to the 0.88. This is what is disturbing as well. A 0.88 is very rare to start an impulsive move to the downside when you form your wave 2. If you get to the 0.88 Fibonacci from the high to the low, it's rare to start an impulse from this zone. If we were to form a wave 3 right now, yeah, this doesn't look too promising, right? If this is a wave 1 and a 2, you know, things need to get pretty aggressive very soon to consider that we are in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? We're getting back down to $76,000. I do think that we could come down there, but possibly it ain't going to be right over here. And this possibly is not the high just yet. So let me just give you those brief explanations, right? Two reasons why this is not looking too great to be the high and that we're not going to roll over from here. Two reasons. The 3-wave move to the upside that we had right over here, not a classic move to finish a C wave, right? Sorry, a 5th wave. 5th wave needs to be finished with a 5-wave move. This is very 3-wavy. Another reason, we've come all the way up here to the 0.88. That is very uncommon to see, all right, for a wave 2. Especially the local price action right now that we're moving down does not look too promising. Could it just snap down here out of nowhere? Absolutely. But for the moment, it is not. There is a very interesting movement here to the downside. And let's see those like button guys rolling over, because I don't know what the heck's going on. I really struggle with the like button. I really struggle with the like button. I don't know what, I need to dye my hair pink or giveaways. Maybe a giveaway. We get to 1,000 likes on this stream. I am giving $500. I am sending $500 right away from the trade of yesterday or today maybe to a lucky winner, right, in the comment section. Let's get those likes rolling, guys. We're going to get over 1,000 people watching in the next 30 minutes. I am very sure, and we can get to 1,000 likes, and there's going to be a giveaway. Let's give away money, guys. Let's give away money to a lucky random comment section. All right, we need to get to those 1,000 likes. Let's see if we do get to over 1,000 people watching. Okay, and let's talk about the different scenarios. Okay, so I'm still bearish. I do still think that another low is likely to happen. Okay, that's a little bit higher time frame, right? I do think that another low is likely for Bitcoin in the next coming days, maybe by next week. You know, we don't really know. The timing does say, yeah, maybe, but in a few days we could create one more low. Locally, I am feeling a little bit bullish, but only as bullish as getting above $85,000, maybe 86, maybe 87. I do think that this area could be hit. All right, whether it's successful or not, I do not know. What I do know that there is some probabilities here that we could get up there, and that's what I want to explain. Why could we get up there? What explanations? What are you mapping out here with Elliott wave theory? And shout out to Aiden, by the way, in the Legends trading community. This was a short position that was, you know, mentioned. It did happen with the news. We don't like getting into setups when the news is in the middle, right? We had news in the middle here for this setup. I don't like it anyway. I missed out on this short, but I jumped into the long. So it doesn't matter. You know, there's opportunities all the time. This happened with the news. This happened with the news as well. It's a swing failure pattern from these local highs and get resistance from the previous day value area high, previous day point of control, depending on what exchange you're looking at. There's a very high volume node, right? Sweeping up these local highs, boom, boom, right? Fake out with the news, come back down. This is very disturbing right now. We are getting a bit of an SFP from the lows, okay? So, and we are holding that that previous day point of control, which is possibly from other exchanges as well, right? Right over here. So this is really holding our support. I have to say, this is a valid double bottom. You know, it is a valid double bottom swing failure pattern. You know, it's a valid trading setup, I have to say. It is acceptable. It was acceptable with a stop loss beneath the low. You know, if we break down, then eventually what I'm looking at is this zone right over here. But this is kind of an acceptable long position. Just because it is support, regardless Elliott wave theory and rest of it, right? It's a strong high volume node from yesterday, and we bounced as support here, and we formed a double bottom. I have my reasons that I don't like it too much, and I want to explain why. I want to explain why I don't like it too much here, and I would prefer longing at lower levels, okay? Round about 81.7, 81.5 if it does get a little bit punchy to the downside. Let me give that explanation right away. So, about yesterday's move, we had this. This right over here is an ABC flat. Okay, there's no doubt about it. I speculated on it yesterday based on the three-wave move. If we do not claim the highs, I see this as a three-waver. We come down to $81,000 range and we get a leg up, right? Maybe break to the upside. Eventually we didn't, but looking for the bounce at this region. No doubt about it that this is an ABC flat. Now the problem is, how do we map this price action to understand what could happen next, right? How do we map this zone to see what could happen next? And that's what I do as a technical analyst and a trader. I try and map the next movements based on the movements that we have created. So, okay. There are a few that I do have ready here. This is starting to be a little bit of a complex corrective move, okay? We do have the possibility of this being a wave, a one wave. There's no doubt about it. This is one wave up. This is another wave down, and this is another wave to the upside. There's no doubt about it. This is a three-wave move up. Then we have the ABC flat. Now it is trying to map the next waves right over here. Now I have this Y here. It doesn't matter where it is because this is where it becomes a little bit tricky. The latest correction move is where it gets very difficult. There is one possibility, which is breaking out here. Breaking out in a three-wave move to the upside. Okay? The most bullish case scenario, which I have to give it a possibility, is a double 1-2. We got a 1-2, 1-2 here, right? Eventually your 1-2 here with your flat. And now you're forming your third wave to the upside. It's also possible, right, where we just absolutely start smashing and destroying $85,000, $86,000, okay? But there are levels of resistance that we need to pay attention, because if we do not form a third wave here, we are forming possibly a WXY, which is a complex correction. And that's, you know, what I want to talk about, right? We got the possible different scenarios here that I want to mention. This one right over here, right? Where you do have a three-wave move. You do have another three-wave move in your flat, and now you form a zigzag to the upside, forming basically a double zigzag scenario, right? WXY. I would really like to see this price action get ever so slightly lower, okay? It would be almost, you know, the perfect zone to enter a long trading setup, which I do think can get lower, guys. Okay, get some more shorters in the market. That's what we want to see. Apparently not. Apparently we're not getting too much shorters. We're getting a bit of longs entering here. But we want to see shorts entering the market to get down to the perfect level, of course. So we're just going to have to wait. If the price moves up from here, I have to say I missed the double bottom, the local double bottom, and just keeping it in simple terms, we are at support, right? We are at support, which is the previous day point of control, right? We are at that support level. Okay. We formed a double bottom. It could bounce from here. I mean, this was not a bad sniper long position, and you have your tight stop loss beneath the low, and you could almost be risk-free on this trade, right? Put in your stop loss ever so slightly, almost to entry. It is support, guys, regardless of Elliott wave theory, right? Sometimes Elliott wave theory will form some barriers, but will give you other different options, right? Like I said yesterday, I missed out on the short, but guess what? I longed right over here, purely based on Elliott wave theory, right? So it doesn't matter if I missed a long here, because I will be ready with some levels to look for a short, okay, on the possible sweep of these highs. Okay, so and take advantage of that move. So it doesn't really matter. I want the price action to come to me. I understand that this is support, but I like the value area low much better. And we can get to that right away. There's some, you know, if this turns out to be a complex WXY, right, where you do have your zigzag in your W, you do have a flat in your X, and now what you're forming right over here is the first wave, and now you're forming the second wave, right? There's one more wave that needs to happen here, right? At least one more, whether that is going to be this one to the upside, or this one's going to continue to the downside, sweep up the lows and come up. That would be another flat, which would be absolutely horrendous. I mean, this is uncommon to see an X in a flat and a Y in a flat as well, but it's a possibility. It's a possibility, which would be this scenario right over here. This ends up rolling down, takes the low, and then gets an epic bounce to take out the high again, right? And people are just going to throw the towel. People are going to be like, screw this, guys. Screw trading. Where I got into the swing failure pattern. I got stopped out at break even. I didn't long. I didn't short here because it looked like that we were going to take out the highs. Shout out to Aiden because he did talk about a short today in the Legends trading community at the 0.88. Absolutely epic. Pretty aggressive in my opinion, but overall very much a valid short position. And then you're like, you know, what the heck's going on, right? Just imagine taking out the low here. You're shorting throughout the last few days. You did not take profit because you want the price to claim the lows at $76,000. And then the price does this and you get stopped out and you're like, I've had enough with trading because, you know, you're just not ready for it, right? You're just not ready for the different scenarios. I have mapped out in my head, you know, 3-4 scenarios, and I know the exact levels where I want to get into a trade. So let's talk about the first scenario. Keep it easy, okay? Let's just imagine that the price does not manage to get back above this wick high. Yeah, it could bounce, but then it low highs, and then we start moving down. This is the kind of price action that I want to see here. I want to see this kind of price action to the downside. You know, let's see if we do get it. If we do not bottom from this zone and we start, you know, moving to the upside very aggressively. I don't, you know, it is a possibility, but I would like to see ever so slightly lower levels, okay? I would like the golden pocket, guys. Golden pocket is the most respected Fibonacci retracement. We know that, right? The pivot low that we did form here throughout yesterday, right? To the pivot high. Golden pocket is like the meat and potato Fibonacci retracement, right? When we do get the Fibonacci from this pivot low to this pivot high, it has to be this pivot high, guys, sorry, because this is a flat. We can see how the golden pocket was the level, right? This is the level. The golden pocket is the level from a major wave. This is not the wave, okay? It's this one, and this is a flat. Golden pocket is the bomb diggity of Fibonacci, right? So I would like to see golden pocket. Golden pocket is for me the best zone. Golden pocket to the 7-8. I'm going to give 7-8 a little bit of a chance here, right? Might be golden pocket, might be 7-8. I like this zone. This is where I'm interested to speculate in along. I will explain on lower time frame why we actually could get down there, okay? That's what I want to see. The golden pocket to the 7-8 zone is where we have the previous day value area low. Previous day value levels do act as resistance and support a lot of the times. You got the previous day value area high right over here. This was from Monday. That did act as resistance, right? This is Monday's price action. This is Tuesday's price action. Previous day point of control did act as resistance. Previous day value area high did act as resistance. So, yeah, I like previous day value area low. It could act as support. I like it. That's where I'm interested in. You know, maybe getting some fake outs as well. Faking out from previous day value area high is very common as well. You do get some spikes to the upside. So yeah, could we hit 7-8? Yeah, maybe, yeah. I'm going to be interested in analyzing the local price action. That's where we're going to get into now, guys, in the next coming minutes. So yeah, golden pocket to the 7-8, attempting to break out previous day value area low. We know that these levels are very important, right? The best example was just from a few days ago. Previous day value area high, got resistance, right? We rolled back down. So why not previous day value area low could act as support? It definitely can. And we also have an Elliott wave scenario here that could be a possibility. This is one of them. This is one of them, okay? So it's an interesting level. That's where I'm going to be paying attention to the local volatility if we get down there, guys. This is the thing. I do not know if we're going to get down there. I do see a chance of the price getting down there. Will we bounce from here? Because this is support. It is support, guys. I cannot fight that, right? We do have the previous day point of control sitting at that zone, right? Not on Bybit, but yes, on rest of exchanges. This is a solid high volume node from yesterday, and it's holding. I'm not long in here. So this is the two confluence area, you know, the main two confluence reasons where why I think that we could be finding support in this zone and holding and getting a bounce. There's the golden pocket from the pivot low of yesterday to the pivot high, right? That's a reason number one. Hey, 61865 golden pocket Fibonacci. I like it. It's respected a lot of the times. Why not, right? Maybe if it breaks down 7-8, I'm going to give it a chance. Reason number two, it is the previous day value area low. Previous day value area low is, you know, also well known as a possible level of resistance or support, right? Depending on where you are, right? If you're up or if you're below, it's a good level. It's in confluence with the golden pocket. We're probably going to get down there here on stream, guys, and we'll be analyzing very carefully the local waves to see if it is a good setup. Because we could waterfall from that level. If we waterfall, then there's no long to be taken, right? I want to see the price stop, and I want to see the next wave, double bottom is going to be definitely an option down here, right? I don't know if it's going to be golden pocket or it's going to be 7-8. We might be seeing this on the live stream. So if we do get that scenario, we will execute that trade live. So this is one scenario when we're talking about the local bullish scenarios. Only locally, guys. This is only a move of a few thousand to the upside. It's not going to all-time high, okay? You need to understand this is day trading scenarios, all right? I know there's a lot of people going to say, this is bearish, we're going down, baby, right? This is it, bear market. I understand bear market could be in, right? I don't think so, but I understand it could. We're looking here to scratch some dollars off the market on local day trading scenarios. And this is what I explain every single day on stream. So that's one scenario, right? Just keeping it simple. Level of interest. I have it right over here. This is my level of interest. What I would be curious to know about is the anchored VWAP from the low. Anchored VWAP is very interesting from the low that we did form here last Tuesday. It is actually slightly below. I like the anchored VWAP, guys. It is round about the golden pocket. It's the only moving average that I consider. It is just at the golden pocket and the previous day value area high. Anchored VWAP from the low, basically, of the downtrend that we had the last few days, the last few weeks. It's the ultimate low of the range, right? If you want to consider the range since November, it's very low. This is a good level of support. I'm going to start collecting profits from that short trade that was mentioned today in today's video update in the Legends trading community. Shout out to Aiden as well, looking for that swing failure pattern. I mean, that pump was created with the news as well. So Very hard, very large wick. I don't like large wicks. I don't like trading the news, but the analysis is there regardless the news. The analysis, the setups are there. So sometimes we just need to take action. Right. A lot of confluence here. Anchored VWAP, yeah, hasn't been much. I mean, you consider anchored VWAP only from a higher time frame pivot high or pivot low. So this is a pivot low from last Tuesday, which was just a couple of days ago, right? Not too far away. But regardless, I wouldn't consider anchored VWAP when you have this price action. But when you have a major low and you have a lot of price action, I do consider the anchored VWAP from a few days ago. Okay. Anchored VWAP is where we have our confluence. Golden pocket 7-8 would be a little bit of a fake out zone. This is the only area that I would consider that it needs to hold. If we lose this low, then we're looking at other setups. What other setups are we looking at? Very low probability and very rare scenario is forming a flat here. A flat scenario would be extremely rare, but I have to give it a possibility. I have to give it a possibility. If we roll over and sweep up the lows from yesterday, it would be extremely rare. Taking Fibonacci from the low to the highs. Yeah, I mean, golden pocket would be kind of in the zone. Golden pocket could get a bounce considering the flat that we could form here in your Y, which would be extremely rare, guys. It would be a dangerous event, especially if we waterfall. I mean, this is what happened yesterday. We waterfalled here, but then we got an epic V shape. So, I mean, this could still happen as well. So if we start breaking this area and we waterfall, I really don't want to, I don't want to trade if we get below the 7-8 Fibonacci. I don't want to speculate on this scenario. I would just stay away, guys. I would stay away and aware that we could go down and sweep up the lows of yesterday. So if golden pocket 7-8 doesn't start getting a reaction and starts holding the zone, and we break down in between the 0.88 Fibonacci, and I mean, if we bounce from 0.88, then so be it. But in between the 0.88 Fibonacci and this zone, I'm not interested in any longs. I will not be in any long position in this box. You're breaking the last level, okay, of support for the bullish case, local bullish case. And then you need to take other scenarios into consideration, which would be coming down to the golden pocket from the low to the high, which, you know, is mapping the potential of the flat movement, which would be extremely rare. It would be very, very rare for this to happen, if I'm honest with you, because having a flat on your X and having a flat in your Y is, and obviously this would be the epic short, right, to finally roll down. This is just like massive, these are liquidity grabs, right? Sweep up the longs, sweep up the shorts. But this is where you make money. This is where you jump in. So anyway, I think it's rare, but it's just something that I need to point out, right? Golden pocket, if we roll down very aggressively, I just need to consider it. There would be the classic moment that it does look like it's going to roll over, get all of the shorts entering. We got one more high, and then you start breaking down in the next couple of days. Very ferocious kind of movements, rare. It's also very rare, so we're not considering it as priority here for the moment, but it's just something to take into consideration. Let's go right away with another option here, which, hey, maybe we are going to be ranging here for the next 24 hours. Maybe we are going to be ranging for the next 24 hours, which is very much a possibility. And why is this possible, right? Everybody's waiting for a big, large move. I'm waiting for the price to roll over, or I'm waiting for the price to break up. And then what we do is we form a higher low, we form a lower high, and we range. And what we do form is a triangle, which is very possible. For the moment, we have our A wave. This is still very soon to speculate on. I would only talk about this if we bounce from here and we reject from here and we bounce from here. If we have two lower highs and we have the two higher lows, then I would speculate that we do, you know, that we are forming a triangle here meaning that you're forming an A, B, C, D, E, and this would be the moment to really eye for a short position for the rollover. But we're very far away in forming this. We need a couple of more waves and we could just break down, right? So it sounds silly talking about something that we need more waves to develop, but this is literally a sideways WXY where you form a zigzag, right? And you form a flat, okay? And then, you know, there's no impulse, there's no nothing. This is corrective. For the moment, the only scenario is the 112, which I think it would be highly unlikely. But there is a chance here for the triangle, okay? If we start forming this, a bounce, a lower high, a bounce, and we start forming this price action between today and tomorrow, guys, this is highly likely going to be the high. And we are going to continue with the lower highs till we break down. Okay, so it's you know, but we need the bounce, we need the lower high, and we need another higher low. And then we can consider, okay, guys, this is the triangle, right? And this triangle eventually in a downtrend, in a WXY, okay, scenario would be breaking down eventually, right? So that's one scenario. We need the price to develop, as mentioned. Okay, there's no quick setups based on a speculation of a triangle. You need the higher low, you need the lower high, you need another higher low, and then, you know, that is where you want to consider, okay, stop loss above the high from the latest lower high and consider shorting this one. And eventually, this is a, you know, this is really targeting the lows. So just something that could develop throughout the next coming hours, right? I do not have a crystal ball, but I know it's something that could develop. Let's see if we do get that leg down here to this zone. And what I really like about this movement, I am going to consider this a bullish move, okay? We ain't going to micro count and do Elliott wave theory here, guys. Don't worry. This is like too much. This is too much, but I'm considering this more impulsive than this. What I am going to try and map out here is this scenario right over here. From this peak high, I would like to believe that we formed a 5-wave move down. Not believe, we do have it on the chart. So there is a 5-wave move down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do have a zigzag right over here with the news. Perfect. Corrective structure. I want to believe that we are moving down a little bit impulsive right now. This could be difficult. It could be choppy. This is a zone to remain patient to see proof of support. This is a zone to remain patient. There's no quick long setup here. And there would be even a better long setup if the price does get a bounce. For the moment, right now, right, we're just going to keep it clear here, right? You can see it right there on the chart. Boom, 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 ABC. With the news, this was a valid short position that was provided today in the Legends trading community. Unfortunately, it did happen with the news, which created a much larger wick, right? A swing failure pattern from the highs. We're looking at this as a 5-wave move to the downside. I give the explanations on a video update. We're getting the movement down. Shout out to Aiden to provide that setup on text. And now what we're looking at here now what we're looking at here is not going to be easy. It would be nice, if I'm honest with you, it would be nice to form a little bit of a contracting move. We are getting very close to the previous day value area high. Value area low, sorry. The previous day value area low, anchored VWAP. I would like to see, I'm going to explain what I want to see, guys. There's no quick trade here. There's no quick long. We're moving down. This could be breaking down very aggressively, and there's no trade to be taken. Well, I'll execute the trade if we do form the price action that I want it to form, okay? Movement down, wave 1. Look at this. 3-wave move up. Movement down, aggressive rejection, 3-wave move down. You expect continuation here. You expect the price to continue to the downside. Would be nice to get one small little bounce and then boom, double bottom. Fake out. of previous day value area low, double bottom scenario, completing 5 waves to the downside. 1, 5 wave here, ABC, 5 wave move up here. This concludes that this could be impulsive. This is corrective. You're holding the range. You're managing to scale up here to above $85,000 throughout the next coming hours. Maybe between today and tomorrow. We need proof of support. We need to remain patient, okay, for this setup. There's no quick long position. Okay, so I think we're going to create a little bit of choppiness and attempt to break out previous day value area low. In my opinion, attempt to squeeze out the golden pocket. I mean, golden pocket, we know that it can react many times as just, you know, a quick rejection point, right? Where you just tap the golden pocket and then woof, and the price suddenly gets a big bounce. I don't want to rush into the trade, right? And like I mentioned, most of the times, if I miss the exact bottom, right? Because this is about bottom catching at the moment. It's very hard, very, very hard. But if I miss that bottom, then I will say that, you know, I missed the bottom, right? If I miss the exact bottom and we get an epic bounce here, I will jump into the trade later on. I will jump into the speculative recovery later on. There'll be no rush to enter, okay? Because what I would be looking at is at the price moving up impulsively, overlapping all of these pivot lows, and understanding that, okay, we've reclaimed this point of control. This could be a back test level. This is where I'll be interested if we correct down in a 3-wave structure. Bang, 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 right? This is what I would be looking at. I want to get into this wave. If I can get into the entire recovery, I will, but it's not going to be easy. The main reason why I missed the short yesterday was because of a 3-wave structure. I didn't like it, guys. We were hitting the news. It was bullish. It caught me, right? No matter how much experience you have. You know, I like a level. We've been talking about this level throughout the last few days. This one right over here. I missed out on the short just because I didn't like the 3-wave move up. I wanted another high and then I would have shorted. So I missed out. However, I didn't get into this short. I got into a long position here because I said, if we do not claim the high in a 5-wave move and I can short the local double top, there is another scenario that could happen. This is an interesting zone, golden pocket from the low to the high, a flat scenario, and I will be jumping into that long position. I missed the short, but I got into the long. So I'm ready for longs and shorts on the range. Let's develop this kind of price action right now, guys, because we might get this on stream. I like this. I don't care what this does at the moment. What I want to see, if we form another, if this is going to be the low somewhere in this zone, I would like to see one more bounce and one more low. I will speculate on a contracting move. It doesn't matter. I think we can chop here for a bit. If we chop, we get a bounce. I'm looking for the double bottom right over here. And this will conclude the possibility. Okay, that's what I want to see on the price action, guys. If the price action does not form these small little waves, claiming the lows, and we see proof of support, that is when I do see this scenario, right? What we're looking at here is a possibility of an ABC movement, or form the triangle. I don't know, you know, ultimately looking for a decent bounce. So patience is the strategy right now as we speak. Anchored VWAP right now being hit with the golden pocket. I do believe that we are going to hold this zone, but very likely get some volatility, right? Maybe even try and break it. Maybe get to the 7-8. What I want to see is a bounce, and one more low. This is going to be my trigger area. Whether it's golden pocket or not, or the 7-8, I don't know which one it's going to be. But I do have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have the analysis to believe that we could bounce. We are forming bullish CVD divergence right now, confirmed from this pivot. Lower lows on the CVD. People are jumping into the shorts as we want them to jump into the shorts right now. We want them jumping in. Now is where we want to see the absorption. And absorption means proof of support. Let the price dance around either here or either here. This is no quick long trade because it's not an SFP level. I mean, this could SFP from these lows, to be honest. There's a nice higher low right there. It could swing failure pattern from these lows. But I'm going to remain a little bit more patient because that's the name of the game. Wait. Do not rush. This is rolling down. We do have the analysis here to project that we are in a wave 3. This could get punchy. This could get disturbing. Let's wait for the bounce and jump into the double bottom of the 5th wave of this local move. Wait. If we roll down, we did not get the setup. We did not get the setup. So we need to remain patient. Not sure if anybody that's in the Legends trading community did get jumping into that short position. This was a great short position, okay? Purely based on this structure, okay? Looking at a 5-wave move, we're looking for an ABC. This did happen with the news. Shout out to Aiden in the Legends trading community to provide that setup here. Swing failure pattern from the local highs, analyzing the waves, looking for an ABC move to the upside and getting that nice rejection and scratching some dollars off the market as we do get the movement down. If you want to join the Legends trading community, guys, you know where to go. It's the 4th link in the description. We do have the modules to learn how to trade. We do have daily updates on the Discords with possible setups and scenarios that we're looking at, guys. You need to be surrounded with like-minded people that are, sharing the charts, sharing the different possibilities. You have the Discord down below, okay? So let's see how we move down here. We are moving down aggressively. So we only got one thing to do, guys. Okay, anybody that's looking for longs, right? Because shorts should be in already. Shorts should be in already. Which is basically from this area when we had the news. Shorting down here. There is the risk. There is the risk. Okay, you should be already in your shorts. But it's a moment to start thinking in longs. Okay, it's a moment to start thinking in longs. And I'm thinking of longs right now. And I'm just explaining the exact plan that I have here to wait. The big bullish CVD divergence are looking awesome, guys. We're getting lots of shorts entering the market, which is eventually providing us that liquidity to the upside, right? There is liquidity up here at 85K. There's eventually liquidity to the downside as well, don't get me wrong. But I like the fact that a lot of liquidity is sitting at 85K plus, right? Sweep up all of that movement, all of those levels. We are breaking down for the moment. This is why we need to remain patient. This is where we're dancing, guys. This is where we are going to possibly start the dance, depending on what the price action does now in the next coming minutes. There's no rush. I don't want to be a bottom catcher. No swing failure pattern, no solid swing failure pattern levels. You know what they say of bottom catchers? They have smelly fingers. Too many bottoms. Too many catching bottoms, you're going to have smelly fingers, guys. So we're going to have to remain a little bit patient as we don't have a swing failure pattern proper level here. We just need to wait for the proof of support. Anchored VWAP, we could fake out of anchored VWAP. That's not an issue. 618 to the 78. 618 is getting lost. So we need to see some dancing happening here. Let's dance, baby. Get one little bounce. And then we can analyze the scenario. A double bottom would be the golden ticket. The double bottom here after a bounce would be the golden ticket, in my opinion, because what we would be looking at is one more low. Get one bounce here, get one bounce. And I don't mind if it's a contracting move or it's an expanding move, but get one bounce here, Bitcoin. And then come and claim the lows again. And this will be our golden ticket right over there. Stop loss at the low. We are looking for an epic recovery. Just now it's time to wait. Now we play the waiting game, right? Now we play the waiting game. If we bounce from here and we suddenly V-shape, which I think is the unlikely scenario, that doesn't usually happen, but what I would be looking at then is the retracement. We ain't going to shoot up here in a straight line and pump $5,000 out of nowhere. So there will be a retracement, and that retracement will be your golden ticket if you missed the low. The next retracement will be the golden ticket if you missed catching the low. And if we break down, guys, then we go down, right? We're trying to look for a long setup here, but we need a little bit of more price action to develop to be sure about our trading setup, right? And this is how, this is how I trade, guys. It's all about waiting for the perfect scenario. That's how you have a good winning spree, right? Because if you're just longing and shorting based on whatever happens or on your thoughts, then yeah, you'll end up losing. You know that, right? So what we're looking at here is a little bit of the dancing, right? It's time to dance now. Price needs to start dancing here before we take out this low. If we maintain above this low and we start dancing, we are going to join the dance. Let's go right away through the comment section, guys. Now, yes, how many likes do we have? Because the like button needs to be absolutely destroyed. Guys, remember where I'm trading right now at the moment is Weeks, guys. Weeks is an awesome trading platform. Take advantage because you do have some epic bonus. They do have the 50% deposit bonus, okay? Up to $1,000 cap. If you deposit $2,000, you'll be getting $1,000 in 48 to 72 hours. You need to transfer that to your futures account and you'll be getting 50% off. For all of the big whales, you'll be getting more bonuses, of course, up to $30,000. You'll be getting thousands of dollars airdropped. The more volume you move, you'll be getting notifications of, hey, you got your bonus, collect it, airdrop it to your futures account. You also get 25% fee reduction, guys, on Weeks. Take advantage. If you wish, you can sign up just with an email and a password. If you want to trade on an exchange, just with an email and a password and a legit exchange, you want to trade on Weeks, guys, you can use an email and a password if you wish. Take advantage, guys, using the link down below. You can claim those bonuses as well. Let's see if we dance around here because I am ready for another successful trade today. We're just going to have to wait ever so slightly. We will maintain a bit of that short. This is a zone where I do think that we could bounce. This would be a TP1 zone if anybody that has been shorting. TP1 zone, if we break down, then we make a bit more profits, right? This is where I'm interested in a long, guys. And as explained, we're going to wait for that. We're going to wait for it, okay? Sometimes waiting too much, you can miss the trades, but you can avoid some losses. For the moment, this is a good sign, guys. This is what I want to see. This is what I want to see. What scenarios am I speculating on here that could happen? Because this could hold as support. There is two. There's a very bullish case scenario, which is the multiple 1-2 setup. I don't know if this is going to happen. I don't believe that this is going to happen. But regardless, there is a chance of a double 1-2, and this is your third 1-2 to form a third wave, right? And you just 4-5, we end up being extremely bullish in the next coming days. That would be epic, right, to see. And then the other scenario, of course, would be the WXY zigzag is what I am looking at. This is more highly likely. So let's see, guys. We are at support. We are at the previous day point of control. We are starting to dance. We are holding the level. We are holding the level. That is a first good sign. That's what I want to see, baby. This is starting to be bullish. This is starting to be quite a bullish sign. Quite a bullish sign. I want one more small little wave to sweep up the lows. And that's where I am looking to get in. Stop out any longs that are entering right now. Get more people bearish, because we are seeing a lot of people shorting the market in this zone. There is a lot of shorts entering here. We can see that on CVD. We can see that on the order flow. That, you know, on Bybit or on, doesn't matter. Not too many on Bybit, if I'm honest with you. Bybit, you know, there's some Bybit longs entering right now. But we are forming those low lows. This is interesting. Very, very interesting. Very interessante. Okay, let's go through the comment section. I'm going to set some alerts at the lows. That's where we're going to take action. If we move up very aggressively, okay, and we take out the highs, ooh, we're bouncing. We're bouncing. Anybody that wants to, I mean, yeah, if we take out this high, it's going to be extremely bullish. Extremely bullish. If we take out this high, it will be time to look for the retracement and enter that long, baby, because we are going up very likely, right? If the ABC scenario plays out, right? I mean, there's many scenarios that could happen here, unfortunately, with this price action that we formed the last few days, which is, as mentioned throughout the first half an hour of the stream, we got the WXY, and this is a pain in the ass, guys. You know, this is the kind of range which is a pain in the ass. I love it because I day trade and I don't mind. But for a lot of people, this is a pain in the ass right now because there's multiple scenarios that could happen. We have the support right there as we speak. Anchored VWAP, previous day value area low. It is looking pretty damn good. Let's go right away through the comment section. I think I do have a super chat right over here from somebody, guys. I'm just very, very focused on the local price action. LFG says STX. Aditya, thank you. Yeah, you have the link of the Discord right over here, guys. Anybody that wants to join. Aditya, also in the Discord. Aiden providing the setups. Absolute legend. Bearish CVD divergence forming locally. Yeah, bearish CVD divergence probably. This is why another claim of the low would be nice. You know, this is kind of what I want with my strategy here. Woo, yeah, there we have it. We have some local bearish CVD divergence. So we got Bybit traders getting a little bit excited with this move, with this level. And would be nice to just bang, bang, right? Create one more low, guys. And that's where I'm entering, guys. That's where I'm entering. So let's remain a little bit patient here. Okay, no rush, no rush. Like I said, if I miss the trade, so be it. I have some other levels ready. I kind of feel that I don't want to talk about the higher time frame levels that I do have here ready. Eventually, there is a few, right? If this turns out to be a WXY, very high probability that it could, and we do manage to bounce from here and we sweep up the highs, classic liquidity grab, right? You got all of the shorters yesterday. Hey, let's short the market, let's short the market, let's short, and then you have the woof, and then the price comes down, right? It's very, very classic, guys, right? You think this is the high, but no, this is the one, and you know that's where you want to be in, right? We do have many reasons to believe that this could happen. You have a zigzag, you have a flat, and now you have a possible zigzag on the formation. What are the levels? What are the targets? Shut up. Tell me the targets and where is there a good short position. I don't care about your stupid Elliott wave analysis. Tell me the levels to make money. Right? I mean, we are at one right now. And anybody that is, you know, not patient and wants to jump into the long, guys, we are at support, right? Anybody that doesn't want to take into consideration that we could wick down below the local lows. I mean, that is your problem for your stop loss, right? Because I want to enter the trade right now and I'm putting a stop loss here. And then you have the bounce and then you wicked out and then you move up. That, you know, this is the thing, you know, it might, I do think that we could wick down one more time. That's, you know, remaining patient is the absolute key in trading, right? You could enter a long position right now. You could, you know, maybe the price has formed a low here. It is very three wavy in my opinion. And then be ready to jump again into the local double bottom. Maybe you could do that. You don't mind getting stopped out once. You know, this is just like me yesterday. I could have entered with a smaller position here just because I didn't like this three-wave structure. I could have done so, right? I just didn't like it. I thought, you know, let's wait for another high. It did not happen. So I missed out on the short. I know many of you must have got into the short. I missed out on the short, this one here. It's a day trade. It doesn't matter. The price came straight back up today. I missed out. It doesn't matter missing out on a trade. I will be ready to take into consideration if we do claim this lower high right there, to get into the rejection, because I would want to see a 5-wave move up to get to these levels. If this scenario does happen, what are we looking at, right? What are the levels that we are looking at? That's what we want to go through now, right now. Right. WXY, if it were to be a double zigzag, we're looking at the 1-to-1 extension to the 1236. That is taking the Fibonacci extension from the pivot low of your W to the pivot high of W to the pivot low of X, which is the flat, right? 1-to-1 extension is coming all the way up here, right? $87,000. I mean, the main target number one is claiming the highs of X. Okay, the main target number one, which has been hit, but I would say we get a little bit of a leg. You know, you need to get above W. Sorry, my bad, not X, W. You need to get above W, and that's already would be considered, you know, WXY. Common targets of a double zigzag would be the 1-to-1 to the 1236. I mean, that would be an epic pump all the way up there. We do have a lot of resistance. We do have a lot of resistance already in that zone. We got a beautiful consolidation here, and I would really take this into consideration, this consolidation right there. Let's go here with the fixed volume profile from this range. There's a high volume node from this price action eventually. This, no doubt, would be an SFP zone, right? This would be a classic sweep up the highs right there and get the rejection. There's no doubt about it. Let me just double check here with Fibonacci from the pivot high here to the pivot low. There you have it. From the latest higher time frame pivot high to the low, you do have the golden pocket at 86,500, give or take 600, 700. And that is exactly where you have the highs of this consolidation. That is a classic zone to reject. It is a classic zone to reject. Let's just check here with the extension of this latest move, because yeah, we do not need to hit the 1-to-1 extension of the WXY. We do not need to hit it. It's just a common target area. I mean, could it wick up all the way up there? Yeah. 1-to-1 to the 1236. I'm more interested in the local level, in the local pump. This one right over here. I want to take a look at the extension from this one. Pivot low of yesterday to the pivot high of today to the pivot low that we are forming right now. Yeah, this would be interesting. This would be interesting because your 1-to-1 is very, very low. I do think that we could get a significant breakout here. Ideally, we do go to 86K. that is where it becomes interesting, because you have the 1236 1382, which is the common target zone for your C wave. If this is going to be an ABC, 236 to the 382 is common for a C wave. 1.618 is a bit overextended. You need to consider that you're possibly forming a third wave if you do get to the 1.618, which is 87.5K. It would be a little bit too aggressive for a C wave most of the times. Common area is 1236, 1382, because the C wave is usually a little bit longer than your A wave. Usually. So the common area of a C wave is actually where we have these consolidations. You would arguably discuss this as an order block. The lower highs right over here for a, SFP, literally. This could be a quick move. Yeah. And it's the golden pocket from the highs on the higher time frame, right? This was the highs from last Thursday to the lows. You have golden pocket. You have the lower highs of this consolidation from last weekend. And you have the 1.236 1382 common for a C wave target. I really like that zone. That would be absolutely beautiful. 86,500 would be like the zone to look for a short, in my opinion. It would be looking very, very good. Anyway, let's focus locally. Let's see if we do get that lower high and we do get a test of the lows. That would be ideal. It would be ideal to get that test of the lows. Let's take a look at the price action locally. Sorry, guys, I'm really looking at the price action and not going through the comment section, but we are at support, guys. We are at support. Previous day value area low. Any aggressive longers that want to take the shot? I think that we could double bottom because we are forming local bearish CVDs, okay? We've got very strong bullish CVD divergence from yesterday's low. Very, very strong, but we do have some local bearish ones, which means we can test the lows one more time. Eliminate these bearish CVDs, and then we're moving on with the bullish ones, right, to finally get that leg up. Let's see if we do get that. We are bouncing pretty heavily right now. We are bouncing pretty nicely from that support, from that anchored VWAP, from the golden pocket, from this pivot low. I don't care. I'm not going to FOMO in. I'm going to wait for a sign of strength, and I will get in on the pullback if that were to be the case. Or I will be expecting one more low to be formed, and this will be looking pretty damn good because you're already overlapping your pivot one, which is giving you the option of either a contracting move or expanding. It doesn't matter. So we're already overlapping this pivot. That is a good sign. That is a good sign. So that means that we could be forming that contracting move. That is if we do get the low. Let's see. Let's see. Remaining patient right now. We are at very strong support. Previous day value area low. Anchored VWAP. Golden pocket. Price is reacting very, very nicely. Anybody that did get into the short from earlier, anybody that's in the Discord, I'm sure Aiden is providing here the take profit zones from all of those shorters that entered throughout today. It's a day trade. We are getting a reaction at a very strong level of support. So we know the deal. If we short resistance, we need to take profit at support, especially if you get this reaction. It's like people that shorted yesterday, somewhere here. If you did not take profit, you either got stopped out at break even or you made very low profits. If you've had a decent move of $2,000, make sure to lock in the profits, right? Let's go. Let's go through the comment section. It's about time. Let's clean the kitchen here, as Devil says. We like to clean the kitchen. We got an alert at the low. Would be absolutely epic to create one more low before getting the strong bounce. But this would be a confirmation for the local bullish case, in my opinion, claiming 83,000. Claiming $83,000 would be the first sign that this is looking bullish. This is looking very corrective, and I would be leaning either in the ABC, or we are forming the triangle. We are forming the triangle. It's another option, but of course we're leaning with the highest probability option. First of all would be the ABC. And then once we range for the next 24 hours, then I will take into consideration that we are forming the triangle. Okay, but first of all, we need a lower high and then another higher low. For the moment, we are speculating on this one for the moment. Let's go through comment section and say hello to the beautiful community. Where did you learn trading, says Michael. My goodness. Whew. Missed the short today. Andy says, Alan, this was a quick move. This short was not easy, okay? This happened with the news event, and it's not easy. This is a larger wick than I like for the short, but the analysis today was basically looking at this as, yeah, just like Aiden provided. You're looking for an ABC. I explained this move as well in the morning update. You're looking for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're looking for an ABC. And what you're looking at here is another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't like it too much. It's very three wavy. I hope that we do get one more low. But at the end of the day, what I'm looking at is that this movement to the downside is looking corrective, and this is looking impulsive. And what we are looking at here is the potential of the WXY right over here, and looking for a zigzag move to the upside. We got very good bullish CVD divergence. The probabilities are leaning that this could be the case, because we do have lots of people entering some shorts the last hour. Okay, confirming a major move down. We're forming incredible bearish CVD divergence. So this gives me a possibility to believe that we are going to sweep up the low one more time before we get the bounce. So local double bottom now is definitely an option, right? You know, when you think about double bottoms or double tops, which double top and which double bottom should I get into? Just a few days ago, we mentioned the high probability of the price action to be getting all the way up and form an ABC move here. This was the speculation just the last 2 days, right? What we want to see is a 5-wave move up and the 5th wave to create that double top, right? You really need to kind of spot, you know, which are the double bottoms and double tops locally that you want to get into. And without a doubt, this would be one of them. This would be one of them. Thanks to the very, very local price action. Let's take a look at the Fibonacci extension though, just for out of curiosity, from the highs that we created today here, early this morning, to the lows, to this pivot high. Yeah, we've already hit the common C wave target zone, which is the 236, right? If we consider an ABC, would be nice. Get that one more leg down. Get a double bottom here. Get a double bottom. Get it finished with. Get it finished. Let's go. Somebody asked me, where did I learn trading? Everywhere. Everywhere. Books, courses, everywhere. YouTube as well. Many other different old YouTube channels, also based on stock market. But everywhere. You know, you cannot stop learning. I got a few dozen of books here, purely based on technical analysis. Great books. There's all sorts of different books that you can learn from. But I try and squeeze all of this learning and try and provide it in modules, which you do have in the joining the Discord eventually. which is the fourth link down below. You have the modules, how to look for setups, your risk management, right? You're surrounded with people that, you know, do know what they're talking about, right? With the education. Missed the short today, somebody said, was not easy because as we looked for that short setup, we did have the exact news, right? The PPIMOM, right? This came out exactly where we wanted the short entry, right? Which is here. We just wicked with the news and then we got the movement down of a couple of $1,000. So, well, this was the short setup. And, you know, the good thing about Elliott wave theory is that it's a combination, right? It's a combination because you can skip Elliott. I didn't used to use Elliott wave theory a couple of years ago that much. But it does help. I realized that it does help very much in taking trading decisions. And regardless of Elliott wave theory, we were hitting previous day value area high here, right? This is a strong resistance level. You got an SFP zone right there. You know, regardless, it's a previous day point of control or on Bybit at least. Previous day value area high. Regardless of this, you're back inside previous day value levels and you're back testing the previous day value area high. And you're coming down to the previous day value area low, right? So regardless, Elliott wave theory just makes you understand that what you're looking at here is a 3-wave corrective structure because you had a 5-wave, you know, pretty nice impulsive move down here. So what you're looking at here is, yeah, this is giving me high probability to look for an ABC, reject from this pivot, and move down. Who jumped into the long position already, guys? Let me know right away in the comment section. I have not jumped in, but I'll jump in later on if we get a sign of strength. And what's a sign of strength for me? We're literally getting all the way up here, breaking above the previous day point of control 2, which is this one right there. We might get some resistance here, just to let you know. We might get resistance. Getting above this level and then correcting is going to be my ticket, guys. If we move up from here, I missed this ticket, but there's more tickets, okay? The train comes back, baby. So I'll be jumping in later on, right? That would be a clear sign of strength if we reclaim this point of control, that support resistance flip, basically. If this is reclaimed with a nice move, oh, it's going to be looking good for this scenario that I've mentioned throughout the stream today, which is this one right over here, right? So let's go through comment section and say hello to the beautiful community. What else do we have here? What was the news today? It was PPI got a bit of a pump and dump. BTC passed 618 of crypto market for time. I don't know what that is. 612% of crypto market for time for the first time. 61 to BTC dominance. Is that dominance? I'm not sure. How many likes we need today? We need 1,000 likes because if we get 1,000 likes, we're giving $500 giveaway on the live stream. And 𝗞𝗔.25, he was here around the live stream today, and we're just gonna scroll like this, boom, and get a winner. And I'm gonna make you a moderator, and you're gonna share your USDT. I think people prefer USDT instead of Bitcoin. I would say Bitcoin or USDT, it doesn't matter. And we'll, we get a winner if we get to 1,000 likes, right? People want money. They want a reason to smash the like button. The education and the high probability setups is not enough for them, right? Because we do take a look at setups. So you can actually trade, learn, and understand, the risk management, right? And where to, get into trades based on the probabilities of movements that we do mention today, right? And tomorrow and after tomorrow. You know where you can trade, guys. Anybody that wants to sign up to an exchange just by using an email and a password, they don't care about the bonuses. Wix is the place to go. I've been using Wix for the last few months. You can sign up with an email and a password, and that's it. And start trading. Very legit exchange. If you want to start claiming some bonuses, such as the 50% deposit, of course, they might ask for a little bit more information, but you can get 50% deposit bonus. Just by depositing $2,000, you get $1,000. You get $1,000 on top of that, guys. And this is how it works. You deposit You transfer those funds to your futures account and you wait 48 to 72 hours and you'll be getting that airdrop, okay, of 50%. It's $1,000 maximum, okay? Don't think that you're going to deposit 100K and you're going to get 50K. No, it's $1,000 max, okay? You also get 25% fee reduction on all of your trades, which is great. Anybody that is very active trading, they want the lowest fees. You get 25% fee reduction, guys, with the second link down below for weeks. Take advantage, guys, using that affiliate link down below. So let's see. Ooh, we're going to come down. We're going to come down. We're going to come down. This is where we take action, guys. This is where I take action. You can do whatever you want. I'm explaining my plan and what I want to see. We've got very epic local bearish CVD divergence on BIBIT. BIBIT was going a little bit crazy here with long positions. We've got a few long positions here, several $1 million in long positions here throughout the last 10 minutes. They're jumping into longs, lots of longs here. Let's see if we can squeeze them out. A nice little squeeze out would be nice. This is what I want to see. This is what I want to see. Get them squeezed out. And that's where I'm ready to take action. I mean, 7.8 Fibonacci. Oh, it would be nice. I would even consider the 7.8 as a reaction level. Let's take a look at CVD here. Oh, still not coming down. Let's see if we can roll down, squeeze out. This is looking very, very cool. Very nice. Anchored VWAP. Let's take a look at anchored VWAP here again, because anchored VWAP is holding very nicely. Anchored VWAP from the lows. Very, very good level. Very good level. We're holding that anchored VWAP very, very nicely. Let's clean the chart here ever so slightly. Let's go through the comment section. There's not much, guys, to talk about, really. There's not much more to talk about on today's analysis. We've been going through the different scenarios. We are at support. And I am looking at this level to hold. Any aggressive longers, you know, don't put the house in, right? But there could be a pretty interesting move to the upside here. We've got many reasons to believe that we are going to get that bounce. We got the bullish CVD divergence from this pivot, higher time frame from yesterday's lows. We got the Elliott wave analysis that is also providing a possible setup, right, which is that WXY. We've got a possible zigzag to the upside. We have the triangle scenario as well. Looking for a higher low, get a decent bounce of a couple of $1,000 at a bare minimum. We do have the ultimate extreme bullish case scenario, which I don't think is the one that's going to happen, but it's a double 1-2 setup. It would be a triple 1-2 at the end, which is 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, right? We end up getting an explosive recovery. It's an option. It's an option. I think it's the lowest probability option, just taking into consideration that we are down trending still, okay? We, you know, it's wishful thinking that we are going to get an epic recovery, but it's possible. Not the highest probability in my opinion, and sometimes my lower probability scenarios are the ones that play out. So who knows? Who knows? We are still very downtrending, right? We're not considering that that the reversal is the highest probability, but regardless, it could be. I mean, if this is a multiple 1-2 scenario, guys, this is the level. You know, if we are going to reverse in the next coming days, next coming hours, with a multiple 1-2, this is the level. I mean, even considering a small long position, even though I'm looking to sniper as a day trader, the exact double bottom, you know, this is what happens to me, guys. I'm very, very technical and I like perfect setups. But, you know, this might just bounce and it leaves without me. I'll have to get in later on. I need a FOMO in later on, right? I don't FOMO in. I'll wait for the pullback. But I will have to get in later. I mean, this is only worth it to get into a small position with stop loss beneath the 0.88 potentially, just round about this low. Because if this turns out to be a macro, well, not macro because this is just a few days, but an extreme double 1-2 scenario, this area has to be the low. And, you know, the recovery here would be epic. Would be a really nice trade to be in, right? Let's see. For the moment, we are looking for a zigzag or a triangle, I think, okay? So, I mean, I'm not becoming too bullish yet. We're considering the bearish case first, guys, as we are downtrending, okay? The reversal is a little bit of wishful thinking, but we are considering these two scenarios mainly. Either this or triangle formation. So, let's not get too bullish just yet. Let's go. I am in. Some people saying, I am in that long. I can't wait any longer. If we reverse from here, right, I would regret seeing the price pumping. You know, the best channel to learn live technical analysis. Thank you, man. You are a true legend. Wow, that's an epic comment. Thank you very much, my man. You know, there is a reason behind every trading scenarios that I do mention. And I do get into the trading setups as well. Yesterday, there was a few scenarios. Yesterday was not easy, guys. As we moved up in a three-wave structure, this really burned my eyes. I was like, you know, I missed the short because of this three-waver. But I'm considering this. And just a couple of hours after the stream, you know, we did move down pretty aggressively to the lows. And this was beautiful, guys. This ABC move flat was absolutely beautiful. As we do come up to form a three-wave structure here, three waves claiming a high or a low, you always need to consider flats. You always need to consider flats. Sweep highs, sweep lows. Always. When you have a three-wave move claiming a high or claiming a low, it doesn't matter. If you have a low and you come down here in a three-wave structure, you need to consider a short at the highs. Okay? If you SFP kind of scenario. And most commonly, an expanding flat is what happens, where your C wave does overshoot the A wave pretty aggressively, and you hit the 1.618 extension. You get the Fibonacci extension tool from the top left here. It's the second tool. From the top here of the A wave to the bottom of A wave to the top of B wave. I mean, look at this. 1.618 extension. Bang, the exact level from the speculative move that we mentioned yesterday, right? To get the bounce, right? Whether we break out or not, well, that's another story. But the bounce scenario is there, right? Seems impossible. A lot of people about trading, right? Trading is impossible. If you study, if you prepare your trading setups, and you are very careful with on each single trading setup you get into, and you manage your risk. Don't risk the house. Don't risk your car. Don't think that you're going to make a lot of money with one trade. This is a long run, right? I didn't make much here, right? On a short, $600. On a long yesterday, $1,000. It's a lot of money for a lot of people, but for me, it's just a normal day trading day. Short, the ABC. Long, the ABC setup right there. Okay. The ABC flat target zone. Short trade provided today after the rejection in the Legends trading community. And you know, this, as it is from news event, I did go with a little bit of lower risk. I've taken profits here. I'm interested in the long right now. I'll be adding to this position eventually. But this was a shorting setup, and it was purely based on the analysis that I explained also as well today on the stream. Okay, so there is a very technical reason to get into these trades. And, you know, like I said, this is not a, you know, when you get into these kind of setups, because this is very difficult to get into. These are not usually setups that I enjoy getting in, but I realize the relief pump that could happen. And it's getting above the 1.618 or the golden pocket. As we don't have a swing failure pattern level, because when you have a swing failure pattern level, it's great, right? You have a swing failure pattern, you enter, and your stop loss is above the high, right? That's it. That's, you know, really easy to manage risk with these trades. When you're looking for higher lows, or you're looking at specifics, you know, levels, which you know, I mean, this was a bit of a swing failure pattern zone as well. You do have some higher lows, so I mean, you can consider this. has been some higher lows of a swing failure pattern level, but you need to consider the golden pocket. You touch the golden pocket, as soon as you're above the golden pocket, you can sniper the long and your stop loss is beneath that low once you recover that Fibonacci level. So you take the Fibonacci level as a guideline, right? You below that fib level, you do not get into the long. You get above the fib level, you get into the long. It's another way to manage risk, okay? A lot of people struggle by managing risk with their trading. And this is perfect, guys, right? When we don't get a swing failure pattern level, you need to consider naked point of controls or Fibonacci levels. Naked point of control from yesterday, right? Where do we have it? I mean, well, depending on what, you know, because we do have 2 high volume nodes from yesterday, it doesn't really matter. But if you get above the previous day point of control, you're not interested in taking the short. If you wick down below, you get in. That is your guideline to understand the rejection. Your stop loss instantly gets above the wick high, right? Or even a bit lower if you want. Doesn't really matter, but round about the high of the rejection. So it's a guideline. These are guidelines for your risk management because you get on the rejection or the bounce, right? And this would be very, you know, this is why I take Elliott wave theory very seriously, because overall you would arguably discuss anchored VWAP. Anchored VWAP, you get below it, you're not interested in the long. You get above it, you're long. Stop loss is at the low, guys. You need to be prepared based on what I explained that we could claim the low and double bottom. This is why I like this double bottom. And it just has to do with very, very complex lower time frame Elliott wave theory, just counting the exact waves here to understand that, hey, maybe we could form one more wave down and then get the reversal. And, you know, a lot of people will get stopped out and will not enter the trade again, right? And they miss out. Or they'll enter late and they're not managing risk. And then, you know, for whatever reason, the price reverses, right? This ends up being a double 1-2. And then the price reverses down. You have a problem. Despite that the price bounces up, you missed the long. I'm sorry. Do you think that I entered a short yesterday here or here? Did I FOMO in? No, I was waiting for that possible sweep of the lows to get into the long. I missed out in the long. I didn't like it. I wanted the 5th wave. I didn't FOMO in. If I would have FOMO'd into the short and would have gone to bed, right, with no good risk management. This is what a lot of people do. Because, you know, you would have got stopped out, or you would have got, you're in a loss, I'm getting out, I don't know, right? You know, you mix your emotions, right, if you don't have a proper strategy. You need to be very mechanical. You need to work like a bot. Let's go continue through the comment section. Monica Dominguez, have you heard of the Project Agent 10 AI? No, I haven't. Everyone says, oh my goodness, this is a shilling comment, right? Yeah, Agent AIs. Yeah, the hype is over. The hype is over. Come on. The bubble has popped, right? AI agents. My goodness, what is AI agents doing? Shall we take a look? What are AI agents doing? AI agents. Very strong downtrend in the last 7 days. The bubble has popped, legends. Virtual's protocol, which was one of the most hyped one a few months ago. This one popped, guys, as you can see on the chart. You know, this popped. Whoever got into this a couple of months ago is having a bad time right now. Be careful with these trending niches in crypto, because they will get you wrecked if you get into a hype. Or you're just going to have to hold on to the next cycle, right? Or panic sell at a loss. Screw this. This was a big bubble. I mentioned about this. Careful, guys. This is the last, you know, kind of bubble pop. Layer AI Holy moly. I've actually got some of this crypto. What's going on with this? 𝗬AI, guys, is pumping. This is one that we bought a long time ago. I don't know what's going on with this one. I do have some of this in my portfolio. It's still down eventually, but this one's up 178%, 180%. What happened to this? Let's just take a look at it on the chart. I mean, just a possible quick relief pump. Wow. This one's waking up. Very small pump eventually after seeing this aggressive downtrend. But this is either hold on, right? Hold on and wait for the recovery whenever that happens. Let's see. Let's go through comment section legends. How's everybody doing? We've gone through the Bitcoin TA. BTC all the way. Yeah, that's true. Always biggest holding. It's good to speculate on some altcoins. I've gone a little bit too aggressive on Chainlink. I have to be honest. I do have thousands of Chainlink, guys. And I've gone a little bit too aggressive on Chainlink. I just believe if I'm going to go big on an altcoin, it has to be Chainlink for me. But Bitcoin has to be your #1 holding without a doubt, because these little hits, they are nothing. I mean, I'm actually in pretty insane profits on Bitcoin, been buying for many years now. So these movements are just a walk in the park. Okay, whoever speculates hard on altcoins, they either get rich or they go broke or they get wrecked, right? So altcoins, we always, you know, 1, 2, 3% of your portfolio in this one, in that one. Chainlink is more than 10% of my portfolio, which is very aggressive. But anyway, that's me. Smash up the like button. Join the Legends training community, my man. You can ask right over there, okay? Spaced, private lesson. I mean, we do have some new modules coming up. This is taking a long time. I need to speak to the devs of the company. But overall, it's all in the modules as well, okay? I want everybody to learn by themselves, of course, and there's nothing better. Check Umbrella, Andy. Yeah, Umbrella's down. Is it pumping? Umbrella is down big time. It did break down from the zone. Like I said, this is a major crypto event. I need to hold on into this. This is down 60-70%. So I am down on Umbrella, guys. It's what happens with the altcoins. So we're just gonna have to hold on. Wouldn't mind buying a little bit down at these levels. It would be much cheaper than what I bought them here in this zone. So yeah, Umbrella broke the support, but you know, in my opinion, it is going to range and it will recover. You know, it's going to range at some point and it will likely recover. I mean, unless it's going to fail as a project. You know, we know that some altcoin projects fail in the end, right? They just stop developing and the team, you know, separates, right? They break down and then they just call it a broken project, right? And eventually kind of goes to zero. There's always that risk, guys, on anything, on any investment. So I would expect Umbrella to maintain its ground at some point and get a recovery in the future, right? There's no more to it. And for the moment, we need to trade Bitcoin. We need to trade Bitcoin. This is, you know, I got into crypto as an investor, but as a trader. I learned my trading from stock market and developed that into trading Bitcoin mainly. And Bitcoin is the only asset, I would say, that I can trade successfully, you know, today, right? From the last couple of years. I've transitioned from other market, but the one that I like to trade is Bitcoin. So you only need one asset, high liquid if possible. Altcoins can be very, very tricky. You need to focus a lot of energy. And, you know, when you flip-flop on too many different assets to trade, I like just to focus on Bitcoin. You know, I can make money with Bitcoin. If I focus and put my effort and analyze on another asset that's highly liquid, then yeah, I'll manage to make money eventually. But Bitcoin for me is the one that I've developed, right? So yeah. Polkadot is actually bottoming out. let's take a look at Polkadot. Do I have the same target for Umbrella? Yeah, ultimately a recovery and break above these highs. Same scenario. Break at least these highs from 2024. We don't know really when that's going to happen, but you know, that's the overall projection. There will be a massive altcoin season at some point, guys. They do happen, right? This cycle has got us a little bit tricky. So let's take a look at Polkadot, because my goodness, when I did take a look at Polkadot a few days ago, it does not look good. Wow, it's literally at the lows as well. This is crazy. Such big high cap, you know, good projects. It's at the bear market lows, right? It's actually tested the bear market lows. Incredible, incredible. I mean, if you want to start DCAing, regardless if the project fails or not, this is where you want to get in, guys. I know it looks horrible. Nobody wants to buy when the market's like this, okay? Nobody wants to buy when the market's like this. Everybody's like, bear market, screw crypto, I've had enough. This is it. We're going to go much lower, right? It's the DCA, guys. Put $1,000 here. Put another $1,000 tomorrow. Well, tomorrow, I mean, or next month, or I don't know, whatever you can DCA, right? $100 there, in, out, boom. You know, in the future, you are looking to make a recovery, to make some gains on the DCA that happens here, wherever here. You know, you are looking to make a return on your investment. Not here. Not here. There's no zones to buy. These pumps, we never talk about buying, guys. We are talking about congratulations on whoever bought here, right? Make sure to you know, maybe take a bit of profit. You know, hold on the bags. And a lot of people were very disappointed when I was taking profits on some cryptos that were taking out the March highs. It's too soon. It's too soon. Even selling some Bitcoin. I did talk about that with some crypto bros here in Dubai. And I told them, hey, you know, I've sold a few Bitcoin. I've sold, you know, 10% of my crypto holding, of my Bitcoin holdings, you know, one at 90K and another chunk at 100K. And they were like, you're out of your mind. It's too soon. We're going to go much higher, most of them. And that's when you realize that, yeah, I don't know about that, but I'm just going to take some profits, you know, just in case. And obviously Bitcoin will go to $1 million in the future, but, you know, it's just local profit taking, right? If Bitcoin goes to 70 or 60K, I'm going to buy again. So whatever I sold at 90, 100K on the spot bags, you know, I will use those stable coins to buy Bitcoin, more Bitcoin at cheaper levels, right? If we do get them, if we go to 120K or 130K in the next couple of months, then I'll sell a little bit more, right? So it's just, you need to ride the waves. There's no more to it. Impossible to sell everything at the top and to buy the exact bottom. So anyway, everyone waited to take profit until Ethereum broke all-time high. Yeah, this is the thing. Oh my goodness. If you do take a look at the Ethereum BTC chart, and wow, I was not expecting this. I have to say, I was not expecting this on what, this is crazy. Ethereum BTC is broken. I really thought that we were going to sweep up this low on Ethereum, right? And then start holding this range and then recover. Holy moly. Was not expecting that. I can say that. I was not expecting this complete failure against Bitcoin on Ethereum. Ethereum on Bitcoin, sorry. Absolutely crazy. Massive waterfall. I mean, this is just a complete waterfall. Panic selling. Yeah, for sure. I mean, Ethereum below 2K is looking interesting. Ethereum, no matter what, it's never going to be a failed project. It's a decentralized network. So, you know, I would say long term, Ethereum has a better future than any of other different chains for the moment. I mean, I'm comparing BNB chain or Solana. Polygon has taken a massive hit. Ethereum is like the true decentralized chain for the moment that has proven its existence, right? And its existence for the last almost 10 years, over 10 years now. So a recovery is kind of imminent for this. A recovery on Ethereum to break all-time high in the future is something imminent. It's a proven network where you can build on top of it, which is decentralized. Proven. So it's yeah, the recovery to all-time high, in my opinion, is imminent. The question is, how low can we go? Well, yeah, maybe 1.5, maybe 1.4, maybe this is going to be the zone where it consolidates and we do recover. I do think below 2K is not a bad idea to DCA. And the lower we go, the more you DCA till you get the pop out. The strategy is simple. You just need to, start DCAing, in my opinion. 1,200 Ethereum. Maybe it does manage to get down there. That'll be a pretty horrible drop. But wow, I will be DCAing if we do get that down to 1.2K. That is for sure. That is for sure. There's only one thing left on the monthly to touch. One more thing. One more. Is that on Ethereum? I'm not sure if you're talking about Ethereum. Monthly chart. I'm not sure if you're talking about Ethereum. Bitcoin is holding right over here. It would be nice, guys. I'm looking for the double bottom. My strategy right now is claim this high. Preferably we get some kind of correction on whenever the high is formed. And I'm looking for a long position on the correction. 50% to golden pocket. I want a 3-wave move or the double bottom here. If we do not double bottom, no long. If we double bottom, I'm snipering the long and I'm looking for the recovery. That's the only thing that I do have on Bitcoin. If we do break down, I will only consider a long at the golden pocket purely based on that flat scenario, which I think I would give it a shot. Golden pocket, I will take it as a get beneath it, not long in, get above it, I'm long in, stop loss beneath the low, and let's see if we pump. As only if we break down, I would only consider this bullish case. If we do break down from here, the only explanation that I do have is that we have completed the ABC move, which there is a very dodgy possible count, which is not looking great. We're just looking at this as the A wave. This is the B wave. And your C wave has been a kind of an expanding flat. You formed a higher low right there from your second wave, so it's valid. It's a valid 5-wave count. Even though this movement up is a 3-waver, so I'm not liking it too much. That's if we break down very solidly, right? And we move several $1,000s right heading down to 76K. I would have to say, well, this was it, guys. You know, this dodgy count was it. What are people saying in the comment section? Let's go. He said Ethereum goes home to 1,500, 1,600, but possible can go to 1,200. Somebody said that. So yeah, maybe. Legends, absolutely epic that we have been smashing the like button. We didn't quite get to 1,000 likes, but overall we did have. I'm not in any new trade. I'm not in any new trade at the moment. Just got into this day trade long position. Took the profits on as we're moving up. You know, this is a day trade. I just consider this a good move that we had. And the only short was taken right over here as a day trade. No new trades at the moment, but I am considering a local double bottom, or I'm considering a correction after this lower high is claimed. That will be a bullish sign, and I'm possibly looking for these highs to be hit. I do not mind catching the low. I want to get in safely, double bottom locally, or this, or a higher low after the pump. I'm looking for the correction. And that will be the new trade that I'm looking. Shorts, not interested in shorting here. Of course, we're at support. So no new trades. If you are interested in trading, guys, check out Weeks. It's absolutely awesome. Highly liquid on Bitcoin. You got awesome bonus. If you just want to use an email and a password to sign up, you can do so. All right. Anywhere, wherever you are, email and password, and you are ready to go. You get 25% fee reduction using my link down below. You get a discount on fees automatically when you sign up to Weeks, guys, with a second link down below. Take advantage. That's the one that I'm using a few months now, and it works really, really well. Stock market crash. Let's take a look at the S&P 500. What's the S&P doing? What I do like to see, well, stock market has been correcting down, right? Well, crashing down, you would say. I'm not sure if this is a correction. This ended up being a correction. It didn't look like it, but it ended up moving up. Donald Trump, I think, will make whatever it takes to make the stock market recover, okay, despite any crashes. What is looking very interesting is the dollar index. Dollar index is at support at the moment. It's kind of trying to break this point of control. I mean, it is below it, but I think it's going to dance around here. It's dancing around here. It is at the golden pocket, trying to break. It is tricking. Big high volume node, point of control of this low to the high. This point of control is where, sorry, this point of control from the highs of 2022 to the lows of 2023, that's where we rejected, right? A lot of dancing around above the golden pocket from this movement down. And now we're at golden pocket, point of control, slightly below. We're dancing. We're probably going to bounce here on the dollar index, which will not be a good sign for Bitcoin to get that bounce. But ultimately, I am looking for the dollar index to collapse down in the next coming months, which eventually would bring that possible recovery for Bitcoin. A little bit of a higher time frame perspective here, okay? We never know what could happen. Nothing will surprise me, says Anton. Yeah. Okay, my man. What do you expect? Looks like we're breaking to the downside. What's that on Bitcoin? We are holding as support. This is a good sign. This is a good sign of proof of support. Good sign. A wick down to the lows would be epic right now for that double bottom. Legends, thank you very much for joining today's live stream. Not much news that I want to go through. I'll be back tomorrow with another live. Let's see how the price develops, guys. We've got several scenarios that could be playing out, several levels of interest. Make sure to trade safely. Thank you very much for joining and smashing up the like button. I will see you tomorrow.